How good was the Christian movie Breakthrough? Well, let me tell you. What's up, everybody? What's up, Vulcans? We're today. Welcome to another movie review. Braxton, I'm back in again. I went to go see Breakthrough, and make sure you get ready for, I think Avengers Endgame movie review will be uploaded tomorrow. So you get 2 movie reviews in a row. Avengers Endgame movie review. It's gonna be crazy. So enjoy this movie review while you can. Breakthrough was a Christian movie. If you do not like Christ or you don't believe in God, then you can still watch this movie review. But if it gets you mad, and you don't go spamming in the comments, it's like, oh, he's not real and all that. Just leave it alone and let me do this movie review and don't talk about it. So I like to give a crazy emotion. Like, it was a crazy emotion. It had my mom crying for about the whole movie. It's crazy because ever since he fell out, let me tell you about it. Okay, so John, the kid, and his mom Joyce, and his dad, don't remember his name, and the preacher, I do not remember. Jason. Preacher was Jason, and the dad was Brian. That was right. Yes. I finally got it right. So John was not a good listener. He did not do right. He really wasn't the right person. Like, listen to rap. I know everybody acts like John nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't, and that's a little thing. I don't listen to rap. I listen to other kinds of genres. And I don't listen to gospel much either. It's not pop either. It's not rock. It's, you know what Southern people listen to, but you try to get that into your heads. John was he didn't do his project at school, and he almost got in a fight at school because of basketball, and that did a lot of trouble to him, and he wasn't a good Jesus person. He didn't like Christ as much, but he went to the church, and there was this Christian singer. I forgot his name, and he was a real Christian singer. He was singing like, "This is amazing grace," something like that. I think so. And then like a rapper, started rapping about Christ, or just started rapping. I didn't really understand, but John got up and started going along with it because the rapper came. Of course, when the rapper comes, you get up. That makes no darn sense. So that's what I hated about that one. Like, I bet it was true. I don't know. We can never know. So he had a basketball game, and his mom and his dad was telling him. Okay, guys, I'm back. My dad was calling me. So what was I at? Okay, yeah, Joyce and Brian and John. Joyce was telling, like, you text me when you come back. I don't know, something like that. So he was like, yeah, sure, and Brian said goodbye to son. So he was adopted, just so you know. So he went. I missed one part, but I don't remember. I think he almost got kicked off the basketball team if he didn't do his project, and he did turn it in, and after that, that's what happened. Okay. So he stayed over tonight as friends. So, and also he and his friends went on the ice. They went to play on the ice, and then they took a picture, and then they all three fell in the ice. But they all three fell in the ice, yes. Right when John was texting his mother, he fell in the ice, but he didn't get knocked out. He was still alive, and then his friends fell in the ice, and then they were trying to get out. One friend got out and actually kicked John right in the head, and he got knocked out and started floating down. And then the man called the authorities, and then they came and then helped them out. But one man, the two men were actually about to give up, but one man, oh shoot, but one man heard somebody say go back in his ear, and it wasn't the guy behind him, he said, but it was God. God whispered in the mirror and said, go back. Gosh, I need to stop doing that. And then he found him. And then they went to the hospital. John was dead. He was completely dead. It's like he had no hope. You would think that he had no hope. And then people were doing CPR. They were doing CPR, and was actually feels pretty good. Enough of that CPR and all that. They also did those little shock things to get them alive, but that didn't work. So the mom came in because she was called. And the mom rushed over to there. She started crying because they left her alone, and she started crying and praying, and she was like, God, please bring life into my son. And then automatically he got a pulse. His heart started beating, but he was unconscious, kind of like in a coma. It's kind of like that. I can't really explain it, but that was a really weird moment in the movie. Like, gave me chills. I was like, what? It's crazy. So I like how they did that, and like he was still kind of like brain dead. He heard you, but he couldn't see. He couldn't move anything on his body, but he could hear you. He could hear anything that you say around him. Like if I was right here doing my movie review, he would be right there unconscious. He would hear me. It's weird. He would hear this whole movie review and wake up and be like, I heard you doing a movie review. So, it's kind of weird. The guy's still alive, actually. He's going to a college, I think so. This movie was back in 2015, January through March of 2015. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just kidding. But, it was a really fun movie. It was a really Christian movie. Why do I keep saying that? I'm thinking. Oh, the preacher came too because he got called, and then the mom didn't really like the preacher that much because he took their spot, and he was kind of mean out of church, but he turned out to be a very nice guy, but she didn't just see that. She saw him crumbling up that paper and just throwing it, and his bad haircut. But it was she did not like him, and she didn't want him there, but he was there, so she's got to deal with it. So she stayed up all night for like 3 nights, and got dehydrated, and her blood pressure got really high. So she had to leave for a little bit, and the preacher watched him, and then nothing was happening. But when she came back, she was holding his hand, and then he squeezed her hand, and then she was like, he squeezed my hand, oh my gosh. the dad was in there because he didn't want to see. Shoot. He didn't want to see his son in that condition. So, so they were on both sides. The preacher was there, and and Joyce was there. Jason and Joyce. A lot of J names. Joyce, John, and Jason. It's weird. Weird line. JJJ. Triple J. So the preacher was on one side. It was like squeeze the preacher side for LeBron James. Squeeze the Joyce side for Michael Jordan. And they asked some facts about Michael Jordan and LeBron. And he squeezed the hand that it was about. So they knew that he had a life then. But they went over there. They were like, it's like he squeezed my hand. It was like there are a lot of muscles twitches from now and then when you're in that stage. And she was like, no, he was answering us the right questions. They still didn't believe her. But the fireman was thinking that the fireman that saved her, I saved them, the paramedic. I don't know who that was. It was the fire department actually. It was the fire department. They were like, it's like I heard somebody speak in my ear. And it was like, and they were on the stairs. They were like, you know, I think I might be crazy. But, and then he finished his sentence for him. The other guy was like, I think God's talking to you. And then the guy that saved John was like, the bad thing is that I don't believe in God. That's what he said. So that's what happened. That was a really weird moment there because I was like, maybe he does believe, but I guess he don't. But he ended up believing at the end of the movie. It was crazy. I think he did. I don't know for now. But everybody was praying for him. Everybody was loving him. People was outside of the hospital singing Christian songs. It was an absolute crazy movie. I'm not gonna lie. It was the most amazing Christian movie I ever seen in my whole entire life. So, I guess that was crazy. I can't explain it. My mom cried the whole movie because of it. And then they were at that stage where he was like really dying, and everybody came to the hospital to see him. They were like saying goodbyes and all that. But they had a chance. Mom came out there and started crying and said, I surrender. You can take my son if you want, but like, just know you're taking my heart or something. It's like God heard her and it started snowing, but God heard her. But he didn't want to give him away. He had a purpose for him. That's what my mom said. I was saved when I was 15 months old. I was in my crib and I couldn't breathe. My mom said she heard some angel speak in her ear and say, go check on Ethan, go check on Ethan. And when she went, she saw my eyes roll back in my head. My face was, my lips were blue, and my face was blue too, actually. And then if I would have stayed in that crib for 5 more minutes, I would have died, and y'all wouldn't even got this video, and I wouldn't even be here right now. So, he saved me for a purpose. But I just haven't figured out why yet. I'll find out someday, but they were at that point. They were like, the mom was like, okay, take him off of his medication. Take all the medication and see. He'll come out unconscious, and let's see. Bro, I look so weak. In real life, they're bigger. But I look so weak in these videos. Oh my gosh. I don't know. There, get off that fact. Ooh. they took out the medication in the morning. He was doing okay, and he started freaking out, and um his heart beat fast, but he went back to normal. And then he came unconscious. The mom was holding his hand. The dad was sitting down there. And then he said, "Ma." And I'm ready to go see Ma. That's actually a good movie. But enough of that. He was like, "Dad?" And like, it's weird because he knew everybody. I love that. And he was back. And everybody was so excited, and all over the school they were like, "Oh my gosh, John is awake." And then everybody went to go to the hospital to see him. Not everybody, but a lot of people. It was fun. I liked that movie. It was really nice. It was a nice movie. It was a good movie. The thing is, that movie is so good. I don't give it a 10 out of 10, but it's sure as heck, it had no purpose for me. Like, it's like, this movie really didn't give me as much, but I feel like in the future, I would get as good as it. But, right now, I gotta say, I gotta give this a 8.6 out of 10. That's what it is. So, he was alive, he was fine, so I guess that is the end of this video, Vulcans. If you Vulcans did like this movie, if you Vulcans did like this video, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and hit that notification button so you don't miss movie reviews, gaming videos, vlogs, and a lot of stuff by me. And I'll see you Vulcans next time. Peace. I think I hit it too hard.